Famous.
Let's get ready now.
Yeah.
We're
probably online right now. It's live stream. Anybody can watch it in the world.
Can they see us?
Hello world. Wait, they can hear us.
Osama bin Laden.
Can they see us?
So if you're, that's not okay. If you're homesick or you're on a trip or something and you just want to happen to join us, you can. I've never had anybody.
The point is staying here is not.
My wireless mic broke last year at the end of the year, so the microphone is actually on my desk. So if you're loud, you may not be able to hear me in the video.
Does it videotape? Like you can record.
I'm right next to it, so I'm gonna be really good.
Again, live streaming on the line, it posts right to my YouTube channel. Okay, it's labeled PreCalculus 1.1 Relations and Functions. So you should be able to find us pretty easily. We're gonna get to that right. So Thursday, you get your Chromebooks. Friday, bring them to class. We'll load up the Google Classroom. I'll show you the syllabus, all the management stuff. Okay. Good.
I still understand
You have one sharpener?
Yes.
There you are, buddy.
All right. So the murmuring with 32 of us in here is probably gonna have to be a 0 because then it just amplifies. Okay. I'll have a seating arrangement for you.
Oh, shoot.
I hate seating arrangements, but I think it's just gotta be. Okay, so most of the first 4 weeks will be review, but I'm gonna put some next year, right, you seniors? Okay, one of you. Next year, 29 of you are gonna be in an AP math class next year.
Okay, I have a question.
Okay,
I
so
heard that CMC
a lot of the problems that I'm gonna give you the next week are scaled down AP calculus problems the next month. Okay, they're written to your level, but it gives you an idea of what is ahead. Okay, so that's the new stuff that you're gonna learn in this chapter. Brendan,
Is it true that CMC welding counts as a math credit?
not that I know of.
Yeah, it's not a math class. It's a welding
Hey,
class.
hey, yes, we can have fun with functions.
Oh, right, yeah, I remember this.
I have a prize for anybody that ever busts me without writing fun. So if I write it in small letters and you catch me, you get a prize.
What's the prize?
Well, that's because nobody's ever caught me, so I've never had to worry
I
about
wanna catch you right
it. Here
here.
you go. Do you remember the difference between relations and functions? It's a good question. We're gonna clear the cobwebs, because Cal BC this morning, they were like, what? It's a sine of 5 or 6, and they're like, that's like 5 years ago.
When we first answered what a relation and a function are. That was your question. That Mr. Ryan was last year.
Didn't we all?
Mr. Reimer would agree.
Okay, we were like double nine.
Hey, that was just recorded on the internet.
What was?
Thank you. Your little chit chat back there, because you're right by the microphone.
How long did that thing been running?
Because you weren't listening the first 3 times I said it. The murmuring needs to be at 0. Okay, does this ring a bell? Ding, ding.
Yeah.
For every X value, there's one and only one Y value. That's a function. So I could write something like this. Each X has its own Y value, right? Is that still a function?
No.
It shares the. has two y values.
Yeah, this X value has its own and this X value has its own. The Y's can be the same. The X's can't. So this is fun. Okay. Conversely, if I did something like this, this is just a relation. This is not fun. It's a relation. So, same X, different Y's. Right? So those are coordinates. What does it look like on a graph? Linear. Okay, so linear would be relation or function? Function. Yeah, okay. Do you remember the test? Vertical line test, okay. Passive.
What do you just do?
We can call that the VLT. You think of a function that does not pass vertical. The answer is no.
That's a trick.
Thank you, you caught it. Nice work.
I would think.
Because a function cannot not pass the vertical line.
Otherwise, it's not a function.
Good. When you think of a relation, it's not a function. Does a parabola pass the vertical line test? Okay. Next contestant. Think conic sections. Did you get to those last year?
I know they are.
What?
A little.
Seriously, where did you learn this?
Is that a function? No, that's not a function. It's just a
Learned it from
relation.
a brother.
I don't like.
This would be, that would be the function for the equation for this. Okay, here you're looking at something like that. So, relation versus function. You can do numerical, graphical, algebraic. You'll be able to identify all three of those. Questions? We're good. That's what I'm gonna do. Yes. How do I erase the whole thing?
Click the, actually click the forward.
Break out.
Hey, Mr. Art, click the forward arrow up there. This one, yeah,
No,
it should create a new page.
Hunter, that's the reading.
Hunter, you just screwed him up.
Hunter, that's the redo book.
That's how you change the style.
Is this new from last year, Mr. Rogers?
No, it's just.
You just deleted it at all.
I don't.
That's what you want to do.
Were you not done writing?
Oh, well, I'll slow down. I didn't know I had slow people.
I know we have slow people.
Said Andrew's slower than the last.
All right. So we just have a couple more things, we'll be done. Okay. Domain. If you're thinking functions, do you remember what domain is?
X values.
X values, okay. So if I gave you that set of coordinates, which is 3 points, the domain is
3, 2, 1.
3, 2, and 1. Since I'm a math guy, I like to write it in order. Yes, please write it in order. range is y dot
Eight,
x.
one, zero.
And so 0, 1, 8. So the set of coordinates is just a numeric evaluation domain range.
Oh, self-evaluation on the first day.
It's secondary.
Sorry.
Nice try.
This is what.
This really gets important for calculus when you're working with functions. So if I give you y equals x squared, right? What's the shape of that? Big one. So in my mind, what I do when I see functions is I try to graph it. Because I'm a geometry guy, I see shapes. So when I see this, I think, oh, that looks like this. That's what pops in my head. Maybe you're an algebra person, that's okay. If this doesn't pop into your head, that's fine. But this helps me with domain and range. You identify the domain. Like, what can I put in there? Yeah, that's one. We're gonna be here a while.
You put in anything we want.
There you go. How would you say that in all real numbers, yes.
So,
So-
I get the biscuit.
Okay, this is like the formal. The set of x values such that x is an element of the real numbers. We're not gonna require you to write that. Okay. You can also write it like this.
What is
This is the real numbers.
Elaborate, please. What are you doing right now?
X, we're defining the domain. So what x values are okay in here?
So why can't you just?
What are all
put
those
domain?
weird? All real.
Domain, x is an element of real numbers. Introducing you to some mathematical notation that you'll need.
So you can't just put domain equals 1, 2, like that.
Oh, you're thinking like,
Yeah, what?
I mean, like, if you gave us a bunch of points on a graph, we can't just put domain equals.
yeah, if I give you the points, yes. This is okay if I give you this. But this does not bound your x values at all. You have to think of some small way, easy way to write it.
So you might give us a graph
Real
like that
numbers.
and ask us what the domain is?
So I have a question.
Yeah.
So you would just put it
So
next.
for a real number symbol, is that just enough for?
The real number.
Yeah, it's with a little bar on the left side.
Okay.
Yeah. real
So
numbers.
it's a bar and an R.
Yeah, bar and R, sure.
What's the bar?
That's part of the symbol.
What is it for? 'Cause I don't draw bars like you.
There's another way to write it. You know what that means, right? Negative infinity to infinity.
Yeah, I don't know that, honestly.
I mean, there are a ton of ways to write stuff mathematically. Interval notation, we could also write it like this. That looks like a point, doesn't it? It's not.
Are you right, are you just writing the same thing?
This is all the same thing. This is what's most used in calculus. Okay, you know it's an interval. It's this negative infinity to infinity because it has a domain attached to it. If I were to erase the d, that would become a point. So of course I can't.
Can you like clarify that symbol between the X and the real, right there, what, down one?
It's a Greek letter,
It's just E.
E.
Okay, that's.
Yeah, it's a C with a tick mark. Yeah, that's all it is.
And then
It's
that
the
just,
Greek letter epsilon. It's the general mathematical use for this.
I'm Irish, so I don't.
You tell me about it. I used to know for a while.
Oh, I did it.
Okay, are you good there?
No,
Well,
not
again, this is something you know, domain. We just translate it into more pre-calculus language. Where are you stuck?
Never.
I want to clear it up, so tell me where you're stuck.
Yeah.
Here? I'm gonna require you to write it like this. I probably should have put this last. These are what I'm asking you for. Okay? These bottom three. This one being the most important actually, because you'll see it a lot. Interval notation. Rage? Okay, what, if I put an X in there, what can it output?
Any real number. All fake.
You're one number away from being perfectly correct.
No,
Still one number away.
Hashed out.
Positive real numbers and zero. Zero, the square root of zero is zero. It works, correct. But can I put a negative in there? Yes. That is an output. So,
More on the second one. How are you doing?
interval notation. Why is there a bracket?
Yeah, it's like the end of it.
Zero is included. That means that it's equal. The parentheses. Okay, parentheses means not equal, it's just strictly greater or less than. Bracket means equals. Okay. That's your comparison to what you've seen in the past. Are you okay with that? I see a lot of lights.
So this is the
Okay,
second
okay. What? Sorry, I was just repeating.
I was saying that, so this is just like, same thing as finding all the other X but with Y.
Yeah. You're just listing the Y values.
Yeah.
This is just formally for pre-calculus language. What? Yes. The amount of numbers, so. X, any number you can put in the rest, right? What will it put? We can use 0 to 0. Okay. Shh. Noise. Stop.
So if it went down lower to say -4, would it be -4 to infinity?
Yeah, so if this was the graph and I went to -4.
Yeah.
Yeah, this would be -4 to. Yes. Yeah, good comparison. Other questions? Almost there. Are you done ready? Yep. If I give you a function, we're gonna go basic here, just to make it clear.
So it would be X, the Greek E, and then real.
and I asked you evaluate F of 3.
That'd be nice.
No.
Yeah. Sure. How'd you figure that out?
Because 3 times 3 is 3.
Plug 3 in for x, right? You have an x is 3, make it a 3. 3 times 3 times 3 is. We're evaluating functions. Plug and chug, I think is what we call it, right?
Yeah.
Direct substitution, that's a very mathematical thing to do. What if I put, this one, f at 1/2?
That'd be F of 1/8.
Yeah, I always gotta make sure people know their fractional exponents.
Yeah.
1 to the third is 1, 2 to the third is 8. If I were to graph this, that's the point I've generated, correct?
Here.
Good with that? This, the nice thing about function notation is that it gives you the point right here and here, x of 1. Okay? Algebraically, what if I put a letter in there?
Just write the letter next to it.
Oh, no, never. Good, just take this, plug it in for x.
Oh, then you have,
Yeah. Now they can get harder.
I believe it.
Yeah. I could do this to you. Then I could say simplify, and you'd have to FOIL 3 times.
Yeah, and I like that.
So be aware that might come into play. Okay, I don't want to take any more time, but do you have any questions with evaluating? Sounds like you're good. Okay. You better know this, you're in your last year.
I know, I just have a question. Was it a bird?
Yes, ask your question.
So with all the different ways we last year, I don't know where ways we had solved problem like in the book. We had problems that would say like evaluate problems or do this, do it all. So what is the only way you can actually just like
Do the math. Yeah.
Is that one guy?
Here's your homework. No, do tomorrow.
What? I didn't even learn enough to answer one question you wrote on the board.
A lot of these are review questions. Mixed review questions, you need to do those.
When does this due? Mom, I'm sleep, Dad. I'm sleep.
Yep, and it begins. See you later.
You're in for
Even. 4 through 12, even 13 through 15, 48, 50, 54, 57. Thanks for playing. We will check this tomorrow.
Do you do responsibility or class after that?
Yes.
It depends on my mood.
You want it in our notebook or on like this sheet?
The answer is yes.
Awesome.
Hey, what page? What page? 1.1, that's not a page.
Have a nice day.
Section, the next page.
Even.
Yeah.